Hi, everybody. Welcome to the week of April 20th and remote learning. I'd like to go over a few things with you before you get into your lessons that will help you be more successful this week. First of all, each week the language arts teachers post videos. In these videos, we give directions and we present mini lessons, teach you about the skills. Now, I think that some students are skipping these videos, and here's why. I have gotten many emails with questions that show a confusion, and it also points to you didn't watch the video with the directions, or you didn't read the directions, which goes on all the time in the classroom, right? But we're not in the classroom together, and I cannot as easily put you in the right direction. So I'd like to give you a few tips here. Please watch the weekly videos. You are going to see that we have it structured now where you're going to watch a video and do a task. The point of this was to simplify it for you, to make it less complicated. Each time you log into Google Classroom, and please be aware, you should be logging into Google Classroom, the classwork tab you see up here where it says classwork. The stream, that's not where your work is posted. Your work is posted under classwork. I wonder if some other teachers have it under stream and maybe that's why you're getting a little confused. But you'll find the week that we're working on, the week of April 20th, right here. And then you will see 2 lessons. You're supposed to do 2 lessons a week for every subject you have, for every class you have. So here we are in language arts, and you'll see it says lesson 1, first watch this video. And then lesson 1, second, complete this assignment. And the same thing for lesson 2. Lesson 2, watch this video. Lesson 2, second, complete this exit ticket assignment. So you're going to have a video and an assignment for each lesson each week. Now, down here, you'll see it says this week's text, My Life with the Chimpanzees. This is the text we've been working with. It's posted there because you may need it to complete some of those assignments. Now, we are working with Pearson. This is where we're getting our texts that we're reading every time. Mostly, we are reading on Pearson and we are annotating. We're following the close reading strategies and we are highlighting and annotating. We're using it to complete our work, but we are not doing those sidebar activities. Let me show you what I mean. Let's get this out of the way. See over here, do you remember over here where we had like the making meaning, language development, that sidebar? The language arts teachers have decided that we are putting those exercises in a different format. You're getting that same learning, but we've decided to put it in exit tickets or in Edpuzzle. This sidebar gets confusing and we don't have a lot of experience with it. So we didn't want you to work on that sidebar. So for all of you who have sent me emails asking me, do I have to do the making meaning? Do I have to do the language development? No, please follow the directions in the video and they will tell you, I will tell you in the video what you need to do with the text. So this past week and this week we're working with From My Life with the Chimpanzees by Jane Goodall. I'm actually looking forward to next week. We're going to read this story, Hachiko, the true story of a loyal dog. Notice on this slide, I have the sidebar hidden, right? So that's what I encourage you to do. Hide that sidebar, follow the directions. You're going to read the text, annotate it, and then you're going to complete the assignment that's going to come in lesson 2. Please do not worry about that sidebar right now. We feel we had to simplify because we're doing remote learning. We want to set you up for success here. We don't want to confuse you. We still want to read good texts. Like this Hachiko story is a good story, and I'm looking forward to reading it with you next week. But we want to make sure that the exercises, the comprehension exercises that we do are very doable for you. that you will still be able to make progress as a remote learner, but that we're not overwhelming you. So please understand we're making these videos to help you out. Please make sure you're watching the videos every time. Now, I want to talk about that turn-in button. I had a whole bunch of students with missing assignments, and it turned out they were not hitting the turn-in button. This helps me to know you've completed the assignment. Just make sure you actually did it. I had some students hit that they turned in their evidence log, and I went and checked. They had nothing written on it. They hit the button that they completed an exit ticket. I went and checked. There was no responses on it. So you can't just hit the button. You actually have to do the work too. But please hit the turn in button when you're done. Now, do you have to turn in a Pearson text? Well, it's not going to hurt. You might as well, so you can check it off your list that you did it. Turn it in. If you need it, I can always return it to you. Okay, fourth thing I want to go over with you. We are putting your assignments into the gradebook right now as complete or incomplete. And then later on, this data is going to be converted into letter grades. The district is still trying to figure it out. I think you're going to be getting an email soon. We're going to be getting an email soon to explain it all to us. But for right now, you can actually check your grades. You can check whether you have everything turned in. I have actually gotten many emails from you that say, could you check and make sure I have everything done for this week? Which is not a big deal. I do it for you, but you can do it yourself too. All work is due by Sunday at 9 p.m. So I will post the grades in Progress Book. I will post the grades. You'll be able to see them on Blackboard on Monday morning. And so you should be able to check on Mondays. Well, I don't know how long it takes to sync. The grade book takes a little bit to sync, doesn't it? But you should be able to check on Blackboard to see if you have everything in. Now, how do you do that? You're going to go to Language Arts and there's no letter grade. Well, remember you have to click on the class. You're going to view those details and a separate screen is going to pop up and it'll have each of the lessons in the assignments and it'll say if you completed them or not. There may also be comments because you may have an incomplete if, it depends on the assignment. Sometimes you just showed a real misunderstanding or you put goofy answers. And so I probably put an incomplete and invited you to try again. So make sure you click on that view details and you can see if you have everything in and see if there are any comments there. Okay, number 5, let's talk about communication. You're getting really good with email because a bunch of you are emailing me and that's what I want. So that's a good thing. Please don't hesitate. You should be checking your email every day. That's a new habit for you, isn't it? So each day, check your email. I'm checking mine and I'm responding yours as soon as I can. But a bunch of you have gotten good at private messaging through Google Classroom. And so that is really helpful to me because, let me move this over here. I got the app on my phone. And so when you private message me, I'm notified on my phone and I can get back to you right away. You might think about getting that app. It is free. And you will be able to communicate with your teachers that way too, either on the app or just on your Chromebook. Google Meet, the 3B4 and the 6-7A are meeting every Wednesday from 12 to 12:30. 2-3A and 7B8 are meeting every Thursday from 12 to 12:30. And so the classes have nicknames, and I have that posted on Google Classroom. I also send out an email that morning. It's not required. Please don't feel bad. If you can't come, it's okay. It is optional. It's a time where pop in and ask a question. Especially this past week, I was able to clear up some good questions. Also, pop in and see your classmates and just say hello. Lastly, I do have a newsletter posted on Google Classroom, and that kind of reviews things for the week in case you were confused. All right. I just want to encourage you to read. The way that you can make progress right now in this unique situation is to read. How can you make progress as a reader? To read. I want to say it again, that audiobooks on Amazon are free right now to you. And the Medina Library has free ebooks and free audiobooks for you there. So go play on those web pages. Go find a good book and read. This is a quote from one of my favorite books. In fact, this is the book that if we were in school, we would be reading it. We happen to have hundreds of them in school right now waiting for you. It's called Wednesday Wars by Gary Schmidt. And this is a line that the teacher says to the main character. His name is Holling. And Holling is really asking, what can we do when life throws at you all these unexpected or unpleasant things? And so here's what she said. Here's her advice to him. 2 things, she said. First, learn to diagram sentences. And it is rude to roll your eyes, Holling. Learn everything you can, everything. And then use all that you have learned to grow up to be a wise and good man. So I'd like to end with that sentiment. Learn everything you can right now. Learn everything you can. And then just work on growing up and making good choices. Grow up to be a wise and good man. That's great advice. So, I don't know. Maybe you're going to get this book at one point, but this is a really good book, and I think the teacher's advice there is a good one to leave you with. So, ready? It's time for you to go do lesson 1, task 2 now, right? Lesson 1, task 2. The activity you're going to do today is on Edpuzzle. It grades your responses. I read your responses, and that's how I give you credit. Remember, on Edpuzzle, if your screen seems to be frozen, that's because it's waiting for you to answer a question. So I think there might be 4 questions to answer today. Today's is about the ACE strategy and applying it to the chimpanzee text. So I would like for you to answer those questions and work on that strategy. And then lesson 2 takes you to Author's Purpose with Jane Goodall's text, The Chimpanzees. And then next week, we're going to read Hachiko. Okay. Email me if you have any questions. Pop into Google Meet. Thank you for watching the video. That's what we want you to do. Notice you watch the video, do the assignment. Watch the video, do the assignment. Okay. Off you go. Go do Edpuzzle.